Vaheguru 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 Vaheguru
प्राणी तू आया लाहा लैन लगा कित कुफकड़े सब मुकदी चली रैन कुदम करे पशु पंखियां दिसे नाही काल उथे साथ मनुक है फाथा माया जाल मुक्ते से ही पालिय है जे सच्चा नाम समाल जे सच्चा नाम समाल। रल्म की फतेह बहन जी। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। Last week we got up to the first pauri of Anand Sahib कि महाराज कहने कि आनंद पया मेरी माए सतगुरु में पाया। And then when they finish that pauri they say the next pauri कि ए मन मेरिया तू सदा रहो हर नाले। Oh my mind, stay with Vaheguru सदा वास्ते, एक दिन वास्ते नहीं, संडे वास्ते नहीं, सदा रहो हर नाले। Why does Maharaj say to stay with Vaheguru? Why do they talk to the mind? The whole of Sikhi is about the mind. Maharaj is telling us that the mind is a thing that has to be controlled. Gyan ka badda man rahe, but fir gur bin gyan na hoye. The mind has to listen to Guru, has to get some knowledge and wisdom from Guru Sahib, and then use that knowledge and wisdom to control itself. The mind is the problem, but the mind has to create the solution through Guru. The mind can have sangat of Kaam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Ahankar. Bhi maadi sangat hai inside. Or the mind, if it does that, it will stay in homme and it will stay diseased. A disease hai. And the mind can then choose to stay in Sat, Santok, Daya, Taram, Khema, Pyar. Truth, contentment, bliss, charity, forgiveness, love. Basically live in Naam and heal itself. It's a hot potato, you see. We've got this hot potato, we're passing it between two hands. We've got to get rid of it. We don't want this hot potato of homme. It's not good for us. We need to throw it to somebody. And Guru can take it. Give him the homme, he can cope with it. The problem is, we've convinced ourselves that the homme is good for us. Ego is saying ki eh na kar. Mind is saying ki eh na kar. Even though it's good. And because of that, we listen to the mind. But the mind itself is a potato we have to get rid of. What an amazing thing. The disease convinces us it's good for you, the disease. Jive na? Heartbreak nahi on the heartbreak. When people go through heartbreak, then they sit there and they want to cry. And the word is used in English, they want to wallow in their pain. The thing is over, relationship is gone, you have to move on. The thing is, the person sits there crying, putting on sad songs, and they wallow in their pain. Why do they do that? Why do they want? Because they want to feel that pain. But they know the pain is no good for them. But the pain convinces them, because they feel so real, that it's good for you. But Maharaj is saying ki jeri cheez changi nahi thode vaste. How will you learn what's good for you, what's not good for you? Ki we go to the Guru, the doctor. Doctor says this is not good for you, this other thing is good for you. So the mind has to be taught from Guru's Gyan. And Maharaj is so saying ki man nu gal kar rahe hege, but previously they talked to their mother in the previous body. And there's a nice sakhi of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj. When they were Tyagmal, they were very shant. They were son of Guru Har Gobind Sahib Maharaj. They're very shant, the youngest of the 5 sons of Guru Har Gobind Sahib Maharaj. And their mother, Bibi Nanaki, wife of Guru Har Gobind Sahib Maharaj, said to them, Ki Tyagmal, why are you so quiet? फिर भी उन्होंने नाम उस वेले, maybe he was already changed to Tegh Bahadur, because they were after the battles, they fought, they got given the name Tegh Bahadur by their own father. So why are you always so quiet? Bolda nahi. Maharaj then said this shabad, and this shabad comes in Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Maharaj kehne, Mai, main tan payo har naam. Say, oh my mother, main tan payo. I've achieved the wealth. Keda wealth? Har naam. So I've earned this wealth, this treasure of naam. Man mero tavan te chhutkyo, kar baitho bisram. See, mera mind na is stop running around. Tavan te chhutkyo. Tavan means running around. Chhut gaya. Is stop doing this and then beh gaya aram naal. So the fires of the mind, the running around of the mind, this is Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Ahankar. When it settles down, when it calms down, that's Sahaj. Satgurta paya, Sahaj seti. Naal Sahaj bhi aa gaya. So Maharaj is telling us that the game is of the mind, so they start to speak to the mind. It's within inside us. Antar khuta amrit parya. Inside me is a well, khoon. Khuta da matlab khoon, a well. Amrit parya. It's full of amrit. No nid amrit prabh ka naam, dehi mein iska bisram. It's inside us. But kive nikal raha hai? Shabde kaad piye panhari. Maharaj is saying, through the shabad na, you can find this amrit inside you. Panihari means the water carrier. The water carrier has to go to the well to get the pani out. Maharaj says, you are the water carrier. How will you take it out? You got to put the bucket in, and the bucket is going to be shabad. The Guru's shabad will allow us to find this. And what is shabad? It's a very interesting topic. Because Maharaj says, Kiv sachiara hoiye, kiv kude tutte pal. Hukam rajai chalna, nanak likhya naal. The shabad is also written in it. Maharaj says, likhya naal. Jehdi cheez likhi hui hai, wo ki hai? Guru shabad. Likh naam, likh salah, likh antna paravar. The shabad is written for us. So if you're going to say what is likhya, you could say it's the Gurbani, which is shabad. And shabad is our Guru's hukam. Eko naam hukam hai. Naam is shabad, hukam is shabad. So amrit is shabad as well. Bani is amrit. So what you're going to say, ki e man mereya, tu sada raho har nale. If you wanted to translate that, because shabad is Waheguru. Vaho vaho bani nirankar hai. This jevat avar na koi. The other translation could be, e man mereya, tu sada raho shabad nale. Har for us is shabad. Guru is shabad, Guru is Waheguru. So my mind, stay always attached to the shabad, to the Guru's word. And the shabad can mean the Gurmantar as well. On Pai Sahib ne Kirtan kita sega. They said that Guru Sahib was Dayal. They were compassionate upon us, and they gave us the Waheguru, Guru Shabad. So always stay with God's name, always stay with Bani. Our mind should be transfixed with either Shabad, Waheguru, or Bani. And that is staying with Waheguru. So what will happen if it does this? Maharaj says, Je hoya, if you stay with Shabad, if you stay with Guru Mantar, har naal raho, tu man mere, dukh sab visarna. If we do this now, then dukh, sadness and pain, they will all go far, far away from us. They will go far away from us. They won't stay with us. Of course, we might have the physical thing that might cause us pain, but the pain itself is not in the physical thing. If you pinch your skin now, the pain is not on the skin, the pain is in the receptors that go to the body. We were talking about shaheeds just now. Paisa was talking about shaheed. Those shaheeds, they went through so much. You look at the pictures of people being chopped, aryanal, band katai. How did they cope with us, with these things? Because the dukh was not reaching them. Andron they were kush. ਬਾਹਰੋਂ ਲੋਕੀ were watching, people watching from the outside, and it was dukh, but dukh sab visarna. Forget it. ਜਿਹੜੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਤੱਕ ਪਹੁੰਚਦੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਰੁਕ ਜਾਵੇ, ਮਤਲਬ you forgot it, ਹੈ ਨਾ? ਹੁਣ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ we go to a room, I go like this, I'm like this, I walk into a room, I don't know why I went there, because I'm doing something else and I forgot why I went there in the first place. In the same way, things are happening to us, before they get to our mind, we already forgot because there was dukh inside this. We're back to focusing upon Waheguru. Everybody in this world looks to destroy dukh. ਇਹ ਵੀ ਗੱਲ ਸੱਚ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ. That's what we want actually. Maharaj says in Japji Sahib ਕਿ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ? ਦੁੱਖ ਪਰ ਹਰ ਸੁਖ ਘਰ ਲੈ ਜਾਏ. ਪਰਾ ਹਟ ਦੁੱਖ ਦੂਰ ਚਲ ਜਾਵੇ and ਸੁਖ ਘਰ ਲੈ ਜਾਓ. Take sukh to your house. And house, the best house is here where we live. Maharaj says jo sukh ko chahe sada saran ram ki le. Guru Tegh Bahadurji Maharaj says, if you want sukh na, if you want to get rid of dukh and you want sukh, then saran ram ki le. Come to the saran, the sharan of Waheguru. For us, Guru Granth Sahib Ji, our Guru, same sharan. And then Kahu Nanak Sundare Mana Durlabh Manak De. This body is very hard to find. Use it for what it was intended to, and stick to Waheguru like glue. If we stay with Shabad, if we stay with Hari Naam, if we stay with Bani, ki hoega? Maharaj kehte fir Angikar ho kare tera karj sab savarna. Angikar. Angikar literally means he will accept you. Or sometimes you go somewhere and you give them something, Angikar nahi karte. Say, I don't accept this from you. So we come to our Guru now, we matha take, we say, Maharaj, I'll give you my hand. But here, if we do it this way, then Maharaj will accept us. Because when we do it Japji Sahib, Panch Parvan, Panch Pradhan, Panche Pave Dargehman. The Panch means, Parvan means to be accepted. Only those people are accepted who are, Waheguru does Angikar of, who they accept. That's the same thing. Parvan hona, Angikar hona, same meaning. Angikar oh kare tera. You will be accepted by him. When everybody wants to get into Sachkhand, but who's willing to pay the price at the door? Huh? We all know, if we go to some places like I went to Bath, the Roman baths, inne mehenge, 18 quid just to go watch some old relics. Tisi chinja dane jao. You're thinking, gosh, how much have we spent? But if you want to see, you got to pay the price. Nahi to fir? Not allowed. Baaro hi dekh lo fir. Hai na? We want to get into our Guru, we got to pay the price. And the price for us here is E man mereya, tu sada raho har naale. Har naal raho tu man mere, dukh sab visarna. Angikar oh kare tera, karj sab savarna. Not only will he accept us, na, sade sare kam unhe kar dene, sawar dene. Sawar means to make beautiful something. So whatever works were going to be done, now they get fulfilled, but not just like theek hai avi, nicely. Sawar denda. It's very easy to get rejected when we go up there, you know. That's why a Sikh comes to Gurdwara. Suno benantiya Swami mere Ram, Kot aparad pare pi tere chere Ram. Oh Guru, oh Waheguru, oh my Lord Master, listen to my benti. This is a benti to the mind as well. Ki e man mereya, listen, oh my mind, stay with Waheguru. And the benti the Sikh does to the Guru is the same thing. Ki Maharaj, Kot aparad pare. I'm full of so many bad things, but still I'm your chela. Pi tere chere Ram. Accept me, bakshlo. But the other meaning of this word, ki angikar, means karya sab savarna, is that by being accepted firstly, sade sare kam theek ho gaye. Because we came here for this thing, innit? Prani, tu aya laha lan. Lagga kit ko fakade. Why are you wasting your time? Sab mukti challi rain. We've come here to take laha of naam. So, if we come for this purpose, and then He accepts us, ਅਸੀਂ ਪਰਵਾਨ ਹੋ ਗਏ, ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਸਾਡਾ purpose ਭਰਪੂਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ. We finished it, we completed what we came here to do. ਕਾਰਜ ਸਭ ਸਵਾਰਨਾ. We came here, we done what we came here to do, but the other side of it is that everything that we worry about in this world now, come, family, all these things, if we come to our Guru and we stay with Shabad and we get accepted by him, he will sort all our things out as well. Bhagat Anna kende na, Gopal tera arta, jo jan tumri pagat karante, tinke kaaj savarta. Whoever worships you na, or Vaheguru Gopal, you then sort out all their things. When you might think that's a bit strange, I've got exams coming up, I've got mortgage and all that kind of stuff. How can Guru sort them out? But who else can sort them out? Tahi Maharaj kehte ne sabna galla samrat Swami. Everything that we need can get sorted out. And our Guru is always waiting for us to turn to him and ask him. We're talking about Shahidi, the job, 40-day job for the Chali Mukte just finished. I listened to some katha about the Chali Mukte. Bahut soni katha si. Pai Sahib Gani Kulwant Singh ji. They said when Pai Maha Singh na, he broke from his Guru. Chale gaye se. Ajkal bahut sare log ki chale gaye hain Guru te. I've met people, they were Amritari, they've even left. Many people have left their Guru. Pai Maha Singh was like that, he left his Guru as well. They said, Maharaj Vidava, Guru Sahib said, you can't go like this. You must write a letter to say that you are not my Sikh and I'm not your Guru. You can't go otherwise. So Pai Maha Singh wrote the letter. Some people say he actually was encouraged by the Mughals to do this. Because when he left, he didn't get attacked. They got allowed to go as well. Many times we get encouraged by other people around us to do the wrong thing. Pai Maha Singh came back, fought with Maipa Goji, achieved Shahidi. No, he didn't achieve Shahidi at that point, but all the Chali Mukte, most of them were Shaheed. He's lying on the battlefield. Guru Gobind Singh Ji turns up. Pai Maha Singh opens his eyes. Guru Gobind Singh Ji is looking at him. Pai Maha Singh closes his eyes. Guru Gobind Singh Ji says, Maha Singh, Akha khol. Pai Maha Singh says, I can't open my eyes, Guru Sahib. When I see you, I keep seeing that letter. It's been haunting me for days. Since I left you, that letter I wrote to you has been haunting me. Main kinni vaddi galti kitti. And I can't, when I look at you, I can't see. I see that letter, that's it. And I have to close my eyes. I can't bear to look at it. Guru Maharaj says, open your eyes and see here the letter. They had it with him. Maharaj ne kaddi baar. Dekh. Pai Maha Singh Saman says, what? Why are you showing this letter? Maharaj is torturing me. Maharaj says, the letter na? Look at this paper. It's got two sides. This is your side where you've written, you're no longer my Sikh and I'm not your Guru. What about my side? Maharaj shows at the back. Khali. Pai Maha Singh, tu to kehta, tu likh deta ki main tera Guru nahi, tu mera Sikh nahi, main kuch likh aaya. I never said that you're not my Sikh and I'm not your Guru. Guru Sahib's always waiting na. Ki when will we turn around and start to turn to him and follow him? And if we do that, if we convince our mind ki tu sada raho har naale, then angikar oh kare tera, he will accept us. And in this way, all of the things that we worry about, they will be sorted out. Karj sab savarna. Maharaj blessed him and gave all of those people mukti there and then. Next Maharaj says, Sabna galla samrat swami, so kyo mano visare. They ask us a question. They go, he's powerful in all things. Sabna galla samrat. Samrat means powerful, able to do. Sari galla, everything. Chijja mada galla means I got something to do. Everything he can sort out. Samrat Swami, he's that Lord Master. So kyo mano visare. We have to ask ourselves this question as well. Why do we forget the one who can actually sort out everything? Not only the purpose of our life, but also all the worldly things that keep us away from Waheguru. Many times we keep ourselves away from Waheguru for things of the world. As if those things are more important than the one that was going to solve all those things. Why did we forget him? University, people always message me on Facebook, Bhai Sahib, I got to go to university. I won't be able to do my part that way when I'm at university. So what should I do? Is it okay to skip my Nitnem? But we're relying upon our studies to get the good grades. Don't realize that if we did our part, our mind will be more shant. It won't run all over the place. Our focus would go up. Because you all know, innit? We all know, if you spend 10 hours studying, doesn't mean you spend 10 hours studying. Huh? You can spend 2 hours sitting at something, looking at the same paper, and you look and you think, 2 ghante ho gaye? I haven't even read 2 chapters of this thing. I didn't understand a single word. Kuch yaad nahi raha. So we want to be efficient. And efficiency comes when we are focused. If we got our purpose sorted in life, Nitnem, Bani, then those time that we spend studying, it will be fruitful. I was lucky to go to a good university. I went to that university recently to do a talk, and there was a kid there, Parryasega. He didn't have his dadi, he had his case on his head. Next time I came there, next time he had his dadi. I said, what happened? He goes, one day I woke up and started to Japji Sahib. Because on that day I was so productive, Paat karke, I was so productive. I said, well, if this is what Bani gives you, I'm going to keep my dadi. Those things that we feel are important, because we make our own mind decisions, that we can't do part, we can't do these things, other things are more important. Mara says, you just remember, Sabana Galla Samrat Swami, so kyo mano visare. Why do we assume that we know better than our Guru? Guru Sahib is telling us, if you do my part, Jo jan tumri pagat karante, tinke kaaj savarta, he will help. Do your part, you will do better than if you didn't do your part. All the studies in the world, and you get the wrong questions at your exam. Fir ki hoega? Fir rovoge. Don't you think Guru Sahib can send things the right way towards you? Life is like this. Can't he pull that string straight for you? Straighten that path for you? Of course he can. Sabana Galla Samrat Swami. He is the master of everything. Even in politics, Mara says, keep him in your mind. Harmandir dekh lo, Pai Sahib was talking about Harmandir eho sareer hai. And about Harmandir Sahib, very nice thing about Harmandir Sahib, if you sit in Harmandir Sahib and you look out, you can't see Akal Takht Sahib. Our throne, our political throne, you can't see it from inside Harmandir Sahib. But if you sit at Akal Takht Sahib, look out the window, you can see Harmandir Sahib. Means when we are in politics, Rajniti, we have to be in Rajniti because Maharaj made a takht for Rajniti. We have to keep our eye on our Guru, on Sikhi, on the Rabb. But when we're in Rabb Dekar, we don't have to keep our mind out there. Lord ni, we can stay and join to Shabad. When we go back outside, then we're ready to face the world again. Maharaj is that powerful that anybody who remembers him now can be saved. Maharaj says, Main Murak ki ke tak baat hai, Kot aparadi paryare. They say, I'm a Murak, Main Murak ki ke tak baat hai. Meri kedi baat hai kiya? What am I to my Guru? Nothing. I'm nothing to my Guru. I'm not even any important. Main Murak ki ke tak baat hai, Kot aparadi paryare. What does this mean? It means so many sinners have been saved. What's one more sinner like me? Why can't he save me as I'm one more sinner? There's thousands more of them. Kot aparadi taryare, Gur Nanak jin sunya pekhya, se phir garbas na paryare. Those who listen to Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, Gurbani, those who listen and look at Gurbani, pekhya, to see, phir they won't come back into reincarnation. They will get mukti. This is the power of our Guru. Why do we doubt him? We doubt, asanu mukti nahi milni. People even say, is Amrit mukti then? People ask me, is Amrit mukti ki Amrit shakan to baad mukti mil jandi hai? People ask this question, do I get mukti from Amrit? I'm like, what does it mean then otherwise? If you keep your rahat, you live along Guru Sahib's bachan, why won't you get mukti? Maharaj is calling it Amrit. freedom from death. He same gal hegi na. Of course he can give it. All we got to do is follow his hukum. Maharaj has not come over here to give us something too confusing. Ki amrit bhi shak lo, rayat bhi rakh lo, paath bhi kar lo, sam bhi kar lo, but fir bhi you don't know. The whole point of it was, if you take it, he's blessing you. Pivo pahol kande tar, hoye janam sohela. Your life will be blessed, next life will be blessed. So, if we stay with him, then we will get mukti because he is powerful in all things. Maharaj says, Keh nanak man mere sada raho har naale. Oh my mind, listen to Bani, learn about it and accept this fact. Manno, sunna means to understand. I listened to Katha, Sant Ranjit Singh was talking. He said, to listen must mean to understand, because if you don't understand, what did you listen to? Why do we do Katha in English then, innit? Tahi ki loki samjhan. People understand what is the meaning of Bani. Not doing it because I prefer to do Katha in English. No. Katha should be in Punjabi in the ideal world. Maybe even other languages as well. But the point is that we should learn, listen, understand and then accept it. Ki sabna galla samrat swami so kyo mano visare. Oh my mind, keh nanak man mere sada raho har naale. Manu samjhana ya. It's a benti to the mind ki tu kar le. The thing is, before we do this, until we do this benti to the mind, we don't get this anand. Benti pehle aandi hegi hai, fir anand sahib. Benti choppe pehla, fir anand sahib. Why is it this way? Why do benti first? Because when we do a benti, at that moment in time, we actually let go of the ego. You can't ask in ego. Huh? The person who's asking has to accept कि मेरे कोल कुछ है नहीं तो मैंने कुछ चीज दे दो. बेनती करने का मतलब ही होता हैगा कि हंकार नू हटाना. And it won't go out until we fall at our Guru's feet and we say sabna galla samrat swami so kyo mano visare. Then we get the anand. Bani's got so many bentis to Vaheguru. Maharaj says ha prab raak le ho. Oh Vaheguru, I'm dying. This is like when you're in India, when you have this, people have like funerals and stuff, somebody's crying and they go this is that death cry. Prab raak le ho, hum te kachu na hove swami, kar kirpa apna naam deho. The Sikh says, Maharaj, I can't do this. Please help me to jap your naam. We're doing a benti to our man, but we're doing benti to God. He Maharaj, mere man nu samjha lo ki main thode naal rawa. The benti, Kabir ji has a story, very beautiful story in Bani. They say they were walking, they were traveling. While they were traveling, they saw a traveler and the sugar from his travel case fell out. And as it fell on the ground, it got mixed up with the dirt. And Kabirji saw this. Now the kant to the traveler is gone, isn't it? Kabirji says, Har hai khand ret mein bigri. Har Vaheguru is like sugar, they say. They call the person who's like Bhagat Ji, Kabir Ji. Whenever they see something, they think about God. They see the sugar fall down, they say, Vaheguru is like sugar. Har hai khand. Ret mein bigri. He's mixed up in dirt. Reta. Mixed up in the sand. Hathi chuni na jaye. The hathi, the elephant, is very big. He's hankari. In Svaya we talked about this. Hathi is the hankari animal. So the hathi, he's so big, he can't actually get down and get the sugar from the sand. But Kabirji says, Keh Kabir, Gur Pali Bujai. Guru has given me to learn something very interesting, very good thing. Ki cheez? Ki kiti hoye ke khai. If I become a little ant, I will eat up all the sugar. Matlab, to get the anand of Bani, we have to start like an ant. Kiti ban ke kha sakde hai. You have to start by saying to your mind, by saying to Guru, Ki Maharaj Kirpa Karo, let me stay with you. If we don't beg him for this, if we don't do a benti, we can't get the Anand. And to enjoy the food, in Punjabi the word is pog, to enjoy something. Khana. The problem is, we've got another meaning of pog nowadays. The end of something. Akhand Path da pog, Sahaj Path da pog. We think it's pog, meaning the ending. But actually, the word pog means to consume something. When you're cooking food, you cook it already, you bring it to Gurdwara, you say, Kari, you say, Anik prakar bhojan bokiye, bahut binjan mishtaye, Kari pak sal, soch pavitra, hun lavo pog harai. I made the food, now come and eat. Pog means to come and consume it. So we made the word pog have the wrong meaning. Actually, in Akhand Path, when the Akhand Path is finished, what is the pog mean? Everybody comes together, they do the final bit, they enjoy the Akhand Path, and then finally, Guru Sahib's Hukamnama is going to come, and you will get the phal of what we wanted. Many times, Hukamname are not translated to the Sangat. That was the thing to eat. Asi khaya nahi. We come to consume something. And the same way, when we come to our Guru, we have come to consume something as well. And both anandal consume karna. With much bliss, we're going to consume this naam. We've come here to get this. And if you look at Taram Khand, after Taram Khand comes Gyan Khand. So to be righteous, to be a good person, there is a meaning to that. Tusi kuch tiyar kar rahe ho. Yeah, you're making some roti, making some food, and then you get to Gyan, which means the pog, the enjoyment of that food. The whole point of being a good person is to progress to being a spiritual person. That's the enjoyment of it. So those people that ask that question, why is it not good enough to be a good person? Why do you have to jump an arm as well? What they're saying is, why is it not good enough to cook the food? Why I gotta eat it as well? Nay. If you spend time doing taram, righteousness, you make a good life for yourself. The whole point of it was to consume and enjoy the next bit, which is Gyan. And Gyan is all about Anand, Pog lena. And Bhagat Farid Ji gives a very nice shabad about this. And they say, Farida, or they always talk to themselves. Kabir Ji talks to himself, Guru Ji talks to himself. They're talking to the mind, na? Man meri. Farida, Shakkar Khan Nivat Gud, Makhyo Manja Dud. And they call this, Punjabis will understand this a lot more. They say Shakkar, this granulated sugar you get. Shakkar Khand, different kind of sugar, Khand. And Nivat is Mishri, the white sugar. Makhyo, no, good again, sugar cane, good. Makhyo Manja Dud, Makhan, and butter of the milk from the buffalo. In India, they think that's better than the cow milk. Majda Dud. They say, Shakkar Khan Nivat Gud Makhyo Manja Dud Sabbe Vastu Mithiyan. All these things are both mithe. They don't say they're not mithe. Sabbe Vastu Mithiyan Rab na Pujjin Tud. But Maharaj, they're not equal to you. Tere ko nahi pahunchte. The whole point is, don't get stuck to those things. If you're doing the right thing, if you're living as a good Sikhna, if you say, I am a good person, then get to Gyan then. Because the whole point of it was to go from Taram into Gyan and enjoy the Gyan of Guru and the experience of Vaheguru, which is better than all these things. Better than sugar, better than sweeties, better than chocolate. When they cook, somebody comes to visit you, they khaliyat ande koi na. They come with something nice, you go, chalo, nice biscuit aage. They come with something really nice. Maybe they gone to Belgium, got some chocolates or something. You go, wah, aaya swad. Well done. So, Guru Sahib has come to us with something as well. We're visiting their house. But what should we take back from here? This thing. Naam, Bani, Gyan. When we come to his door now, then it's better than anything else in this world. And that's why Maharajan carries on the next Shabad, the next party they go, Sache Sahiba kya nahi kar tere. Maharaj, nothing is comparable to what is at your house. Kya nahi kar tere. Everything in this world I will get if I come to your house. Sache sahiba. Very important word to understand. Sahib means the master. Sache means the true. The true master. The one behind it all. The rest of the masters are not real. ਹੁਣ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਜੀ Sahib ji. Now in India every boss is called Sahib. But he's not the true boss. The real boss is Waheguru. When we accept him as our master, then he is Sacha Sahib to us. Sacha Sahib ek tu. The true master, what he will do is make you join to Waheguru. That's why in Japji Sahib we say Sacha Sahib, Sach Nai. If he's a true master, then his name is the one to jap. No one else's name. Sacha Sahib, Sach Nai, Pakhya Pao Apar. He speaks in infinite love. Udi jabani hegi hai. Maharaj says, Waheguru kya nahi kar tere. Karta tere sab kich hai, jis dehe so paave. So Waheguru, everything in this world now is at your house. Everything you have. And you only give to those people, they receive it. Only those people receive who you give it to. On dekho, by Veer Singh Ji, very famous Gurumukh, was once asked the same question. They were asked the question, why does my mind not calm down? Why is it always running around? Bhai Veer Singh said, too many desires, too many ichha. You got too many ichha, the mind is going to run around all over the place. So what this happens when the person comes to this point, and they say ki Maharaj, kya nahi kar teri, karta tere sab kich hai, jis dehe so paave. Then they say, I take myself out of the situation, Maharaj. Whatever you give me now, I'm happy with that. Jis dehe so paave. Everything is at your house, you're all powerful. So therefore what I have is what you wanted to give me in the first place. So I shouldn't ask for too much more. Contentment. This is what we need in life. To start with contentment. Like pani. Take pani from here to there, it's happy there. Doesn't bubble around all over the place. We should be like this. There's so much Bani that teaches about this. Maharaj says, ki dekho, in end of Shabad Azari, Maharaj says, Ji jant sab saran tumari, sarb chint tud paase, jo tud paave soi changa, ek nanak ki ardase. They say, Maharaj, you are taking care of everybody. Ji jant sab saran tumari. Sari chinta ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਨੇ, ਸਰਬ ਚਿੰਤ ਤੁਧ ਪਾਸੇ, ਜੋ ਤੁਧ ਭਾਵੈ ਸੋਈ ਚੰਗਾ. Whatever you give me now, ਉਹੀ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ, ਉਹੀ ਚੰਗਾ ਹੈ. ਇੱਕ ਨਾਨਕ ਕੀ ਅਰਦਾਸ. Nanak says, I beg you, make me happy with what you have given me. It's not always the case that we need to ask for more things to make us happy. We can ask for the opposite. Ask for happiness with what we've got. I read this book once, very interesting heading it had. Said, how to get what you want and want what you have. Jo cheez hai na? How do we stay happy with that as well? How does that happen? By coming to Waheguru and getting the naam. Deho naam santokhiya utre man ki bhukh. The mind is so hungry, it's like those Labrador dogs. Labrador dogs will eat all day long. They're known as a hungry breed. If you got the lassie dog, na, it doesn't eat that much. They know when to stop. The mind is a bhukha kutta, and it will keep on asking for more and more and more. Maharaj says, if you get naam, then the bhukh will go. The connection to Waheguru. Karni Kulwant Singh gave another story. They talked about Alexander the Great. Dekho na dekha, unu asi already mahan banata. Sikandar, we already said he's the great one. Alexander, he conquered the whole world. So much of the world he conquered. When he finally finished his conquering, he stopped at a forest. There was a person there. They said, you know what, behind this forest, there's one more bit of land that you haven't conquered. They were ki kehna? Chalo fir. Let's go. gets his guys together, let's go conquer that bit as well. On the way to conquer that little bit of land, he sees a sadhu. Sadhu is sitting by the side of the road. He's got a little chopri there, little hut. He's enjoying the sun. Sadhu is sitting there in the sun, mustache, and he's totally nanga, but he's enjoying the sun. Got a nice smile on his face. Alexander goes past this guy, he goes, must be a holy person. He's sitting here, meditating. He says to his sipaiya, he stops in front, he goes, go and ask him if he wants something. I'm a big guy now, I can give him something, whatever he wants, tell him to ask me. Now the elephant that he's riding on gets in the way of this sadhu and the sun. Sadhu opens his eyes, looks up, sees Sikandar, Alexander. So the soldiers say, do you want anything? He scrabbles on the mud in front of him, finds a penny. Taka. He throws it up to Sikandar. This little bit of coin lands in Sikandar's choli, in his lap. And he's thinking, leh. I asked him if he wants something. He's thrown me a coin like I'm a beggar. He says, do you know who I am? To the guy, Sikandar says to him. Sadhu says, I looked up and I saw a big beggar. So I gave him what I had. He goes, do you know who I am? I own the whole world. He goes, I saw somebody who no matter how much he had, is still hungry. Still going off to conquer one more bit of land. Is still pukha. He's not Rajya hoya. The word Raja means Rajya hoya. Means you're full. I don't need anything else. Raja honde Rajya hoya, they got so much. But this Raja is such a pukha. He says, you're the biggest beggar in the world, you still want more, you never got satisfied. So I gave you. And he goes, Hor dama? Do you want any more? Raja's like, he goes, what do you want? He goes, I gave you what I had. All I want you is move out my way. You've taken away from me what I already had from God for free, the sun. Me and Rab are sitting here having talks. I'm enjoying the sun. You've taken that away from me. I gave you money. What more do you want? Go away. Leave me alone. Sikandar realized, he's not going to find peace that way. Pukhya pukhna uttari, je banna puriya par. The pukh will not come off. Even if you give them everything in the whole world. Only through shabad, only through hukum, only through likhya nal can we actually get rid of this pukh. But Guru Arjan Dev Ji explains these people. Maharaj says, Maya manho na visre, mange damma dam, so prabh chit na avei, nanak nahi karam. They say Maya, moho, attachment to Maya, na visre, you don't forget this. You forget God's name. Maharaj says, don't forget God's name. We forget God's name, but we don't forget our attachment to Maya. Maya mohna visre, mange damma dam. With every breath we want more, we want more, we want more. Maharaj says, so prabh chitna ave na. You don't remember that Vaheguru? Nanak nahi karam. It's not in your karam. We have to improve our karam. What we've done so far might not have been good enough for us to get God. So the next thing is to say, Maharaj, I haven't got the karam for this. Rera Sahib si kende na. We say to Maharaj, after we say ki pai prapat manuk de huriya, Gobind milan ki e teri bariya, avar kaas tere kite na kaam mil saad sangat bhaje keval naam, saranjam lag bhavjal taran ke, janam birtha jaat rang maya ke raho. Jap tap sanjam taram na kamaya, seva saad na janya haraya, kaho nanak hum neech karma, saran pare ki rakho sharma. Oh Vaheguru, I've got neech karam, mere koi karam nahi, but tusi rakh lo. Save me. Whole of Sikhi is about realizing that we haven't got the power to do all of this, to come to our Guru, ki mere karam nahi, tusi naam japao. Karo kirpa, Gopal Gobinde, apna naam japao. Make me chant your name. Vaheguru. Akho Vaheguru. 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 Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru. We're saying Sache Sahiba Kya Nahi Kar Tere. The whole of Sikhi is to piggyback on Guru. Why do we need to go start from the very scratch when our Guru's done all the work for us and given us Sachi Bani, given us the Naam? All we have to do is jump on the back of our Guru, hold his palla and go along with him. Sada kam hai Guru da palla fad levo. Maharaj will do the rest. So Maharaj says, what should we do next then? Sada sifat salah teri naam man vasave. What we should do is sada sifat salah teri. That's the point of a Sikh. Forget the thing, hold on to Guru Sahib and praise and worship. Sifat means praise, salah means prayer. To praise and do prayer. Paath padna te naam japna. Kirtan gauna. These things are all prayer and praise. Sada sifat salah teri. If I always do your sifat salah, then naam man vasave. Naam will come to reside in the mind. This is the promise of our Guru. It's a promise Maharaj is giving here. Everything's in his house, so if we worship and we praise him, then Naam will come to reside inside our mind. Naam man vasave. And we will increase our perception. What is Naam? Naam is increased connection, away from separation. And as we do this, as we increase our perception, we come closer and closer to him, we live closer and closer to the Naam, then we are basically going to be more and more spiritual. And with this, Maharaj then goes on, Ki Naam jinke manavasya vajje shabad kanere. Many meanings of this word, shabad kanere. But those people that have man, Naam inside their mind, then Maharaj says they will have many miracles happen inside them. One meaning of shabad kanere is the unhad shabad, the unstruck melody will be heard. But shabad we said means Vaheguru, Guru Shabad. Vaheguru Guru Shabad hai. So, Vajje Shabad Kanere. They will hear the Naam all the time. They're saying it now. When the Naam comes and sits inside them, then they will hear the Naam from everywhere. Kanere means so many times, so much. Vajje means song. So much Shabad they will hear. They will hear Kirtan. They will hear Naam all the time. Because spirituality, if you're going to say the word spirituality in Sikhi, is not some kind of sitting down quietly. It's about singing Naam and Sifat Salah. If you look at the historians, if you look at the philosophers of the world, many people don't understand what they were on about. Look at Plato. Plato had this philosophy of the cave, that you come out of the cave. He says the reality we see nowadays is like if you were under a cave, looking at the cave wall, behind you was a candle, in front of the candle there were some things. And the shadows that you are seeing on the wall, how far is that from reality? He says spiritually, we come out of the cave, we turn around, we realize that we were looking at shadows. We realize it was coming from a light, not from the sun. We climb out of the cave. Gyan di gal ho rahi hai to come out of the cave. We come out of the cave, as we go up, it will be so bright, we can't cope with the sun. We look down at the ground and see the water. We can cope with that reflection of the sun. Guru is a reflection of the sun. We can cope with our Guru, we can't sometimes cope with Vaheguru. Rab di gal ho rahi hegi hai. The philosophers nowadays, Western philosophers, don't understand what he's on about. They don't do spirituality now. Naam nahi japde. Maharaj is saying this is what the point of life is. The sun is so bright is we can't cope with it. So you don't want to put the light on. It's too bright. In the same way, we have to go to something small. But when we get to this point now, Naam jinke manavasya, then they get so much more perception, they can actually hear the whole world jumping Naam. I met a Gursikh. He said to me, I jap so much Naam, the walls started to chant Waheguru to me. The walls were jumping Naam. Japji Sahib says, na, Gavan tudno pavan pani basantar. Pavan means wind, pani means the water, basantar means fire. The elements, fire, earth, water, wind, these are singing of you, Waheguru, only I can't hear them. Our ears are not working, we can't see, we can't hear the sound of these things singing about Waheguru. When this person gets to this level, Naam jinke man vasya vajje shabad kanere, so much they hear. They hear so much Anand, so much Bani, so much Kirtan coming from the whole world. They live in Naam. फिर तो नाम ही नाम है सब कुछ. नाम जिनके मन वस्या. They get so much happy that they say, क्या है नानक सच्चे साहिब, क्या नाही कर तेरे. We can take this to mean, कि O true Lord, O true Master, what is not at your house? Not only would you give me all the physical pleasures, not only will you fulfill my desires for the Maharaj says char padharat, chare paye, the four things we look for, taram, kam, moksha and arth. These four things. We look for to have a tarmi life, that we are accepted as a just person. We look for our kam, to be married, to be able to fulfill the kam that we have inside us, but within righteousness. Then arth, wealth, house. And also we look for mukti as well. All these things now is what human beings look for. We get all these four things. And we get anand. Anand of bliss, of naam. And the whole world is singing naam to us. Kya nahi kar tere. What is not at your house, Waheguru? Everything I look for in the world, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੋਲ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ, it's in your hands. ਸਭਨਾ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਸਮਰੱਥ Swami. So ਕਿਉਂ ਮਨੋ ਵਿਸਾਰੇ. It's up to us to realize those things we look for, those things we want, they're already at our Guru's feet. They're worshipping our Guru. Why should we worship our Guru as well and get the things that he has? We're never going to lose out by following Sikhi. That's what I see from this body. Previous one, we'll never lose out from following Sikhi. We only gain, gain and gain. He gives us so much. He is a true master. His is the name that we should sing. Sacha Sahib, Sach Nae. Sache Sahib, Kya Nahi Kar Tere. And the only way to find him is through love, pyar, through his name. Preet lagao. Paisa was talking about Gurdwara. The whole point of Gurdwara is to teach us about Naam, to connect us and give us love in Sadh Sangat with our Creator, the true Master who made us, so we can become his true servants. Jab Sahib sacha, the chele bhi sache hon. Not kache, but sache. Let's become his servants, follow his line. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.
Satnam Sri Vaheguru Sahib Ji. Slok Mahla Tija. Brahm Bindai Tisda Brahmat Rahe, Ek Shabd Liv Lae. Navnidhi 18 Siddhi, Pichhe Lagiya Fire, Jo Har Hriday Sada Vasaye. बिन सतगुर नाओ न पाइए, पुजो कर विचार। नानक पूरे भाग सतगुर मिले, सुख पाए जुग चार। महला तीजा। क्या गबरू क्या बिरद है, मन मुख तृष्णा भुख न जाए। गुरमुख शब्दे रते शीतल होए आप गवाए। अंदर तृप्त संतोखिया फिर भूख न लगे आए। नानक जे गुरमुख करे सो परवान है, जो नाम रहे लिव लाए। पौड़ी हूँ बलहारी तिन को जो गुरमुख सिखा, जो हर नाम ते आए दे तिन दर्शन पिखा। सुन कीर्तन हर गुण रवा, हर जस मन लिखा। हर नाम सलाई रंग स्यों, सब किल विख कृखा। तन तन सुहावा सो शरीर थान है, जिथे मेरा गुर धरे विखा। तन तन सुहावा सो शरीर थान है, जिथे मेरा गुर धरे विखा। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह।
गुरु वाहेगुरु, वाहेगुरु वाहेगुरु, वाहेगुरु वाहेगुरु।